Hi there, Vladimir here, with another video about how to learn a foreign language. During the course of 4 months, I took over 100 language lessons at more than 20 online language schools. Most lessons were in English, but I also took quite a lot of lessons in Japanese, some in Spanish, and a couple in Chinese. It's all on my channel. As I said, well over 100 lessons. Close to 150 actually, at more than 20 online language schools, language platforms, apps, or whatever they call themselves. Here they are in no particular order: Cambly, Lingoda, italki, Verbling, Preply, Amazing Talker, Poly, Tripper, Fluentify, DMM, Native Camp, Rare Job, Alk, GABA, Weblio, Kimini, Bizmates, QQ English, EF English, British Council, Rosetta Stone, Baselang, Lingua Talk, not sure how to say it, and a few more actually. And here is what I learned. 5 lessons. It's actually one lesson, but for marketing purposes, I'm gonna give you 5 lessons. Lesson number 1 is that they're all the same. No difference among the language schools. Most of the lessons I took were individual lessons, and there was no difference between the schools. Schools that offer group lessons like Lingoda, EF English, Preply, and more recently with italki and Cambly, didn't differ either. It's all the same. So, lesson 1. They all offer the same service. And Lingoda says it best.
You can think of each one of those schools as a traditional school that has moved online.
Lesson 2. There is no difference in terms of teacher quality either. Some of those teachers work on more than one of these platforms, so it's all the same in terms of teachers. Teachers, tutors, instructors, trainers, whatever they call themselves. I call them speakers. You see, I asked every one of them about the role of the language teacher. What is the role of a language teacher? What's the role of the language teacher? What is the role of the language teacher? What is our role when teaching adults? But none of them knew how to answer that fundamental question. I specifically booked lessons with people with a BA in linguistics, an MA in linguistics, even PhDs in linguistics and second language acquisition. People with over 10, 20 years of experience teaching foreign languages. And none of them knows what the role of the language teacher is. That's lesson 3. You see, when we talk about adult learners, the role of the language teacher is to teach the adult student how to learn alone, without a teacher, how to become an independent learner. As the old proverb goes,
give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime.
Nobody's going to teach you how to fish on any of those language platforms, schools, apps. They are not teachers, they are speakers. Cambly says it best.
Get paid to chat with people from around the world.
It's how they all recruit their teachers, tutors, instructors. Mind you, I'm not saying they are bad people. No, not at all. 99% of them are really kind and polite, but they are not teachers. They're just random people who speak the language. It's like saying that he's a very kind and polite snake oil salesman. Which brings us to lesson number 4. People who charge money for speaking are either delusional or dishonest, either ignorant or lying. You see, teachers just like lawyers and medical doctors are supposed to act in the best interest of their students, clients, patients. The onus is on the teacher to tell the student what works and what doesn't. You can't be recruiting people with
"get paid to chat with people from around the world"
and sell it with
"become fluent faster through one-on-one video chat
lessons. And it's not just Cambly.
Become fluent, 3 times faster progress, magical methods."
It's all made up. It's all fake. As I said, they are all the same. The teachers are the same. The software is basically the same. There are no special methods, no 3 times faster progress. It's false advertisement. Okay, it's either false advertisement or ignorance, neither of which is an excuse. Ignorance is not innocence. Which brings us to lesson number 5. People who pay for speaking are either delusional or lonely. As I said, the onus is on the teacher to tell the student what works and what doesn't. But there is no place for ignorance in this day and age. Pay to speak. You have any idea how ridiculous and irrational that is? Just as ridiculous and irrational as subscribing to language learning channels on YouTube. Following language teachers on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok. Do you have any idea how dumb that is? Of all the channels on YouTube you could subscribe to, subscribing to a language channel is the dumbest thing to do, language-wise. Let me describe how dumb it is. Imagine you are at an all-you-can-eat buffet, the largest buffet in the world, at the Bellagio or something. You are surrounded by food from all over the world, as much as you want, whenever you want, whatever you want. But instead of grabbing a plate and get what you want, what you do is wait at an empty table for somebody to bring you food. Just picture that. Waiting while everybody else is eating. And yes, people do bring you food. Random people, not professional chefs. No, just random people bring you some kind of a regurgitated piece of junk.
Look at this sorry, miserable squashed thing.
And you are shoving all that junk down your throat and even thanking them and even giving them money. This is what I imagine when I see people taking language classes and subscribing to language channels on YouTube. Language is a tool for acquiring knowledge. Vocabulary and grammar are not knowledge. You are surrounded by the best knowledge in the world. Stop consuming junk. Everything you need to know about how to learn a foreign language, how to learn without language teachers, without YouTube channels, you can find in my book, Virtually Native, which is available on Amazon and virtuallynative.com.